a friend, Danny Black, he went ahead and commented on one of my videos from Paul Belial, and he said, can you share some of your mini bike motorcycle adventures? I lived in Orange Park Acres and I used to go riding, and I know you rode up there too, so could you share that? So Danny, a new subscriber, thank you so much. I actually went to McPherson Junior High School in those days in Orange. You know where that's at? It's off of like one of those streets there, Prospect Avenue. And we're just riding every day after school. School is kind of boring, right? When you're like in junior high, it's like, ah! Rode down the railroad tracks pretty much every day, actually. And then I would stop once in a while if there's a basketball game at McPherson and say hi to some of my classmates. I wore my Steve McQueen helmet and I was a dirt bike rider. There's an old saying that practice makes perfect, but I always say practice makes really, really good. And I was just having fun, actually. I didn't really care about getting good. It was just a lot of fun. So when I start riding bikes every day, it was more for fun than it was to actually get good. But I got good and didn't even know it. I had my first mini bike ride and I just fell in love with it. It was a Honda QA50. Do you remember that one? The little bike with a big fat gas tank, the QA50. They had a motorcycle shop on Chapman Avenue called Lamar Yamaha. And I used to go to Lamar every day after school before I had my bike. And I would sit on the motorcycles, the 250s, the 125s, and the 450s or 400s. It was fun. And I begged my mom every day for like 1,000,000 times and she said no. And then one Christmas, guess what? Santa brought me a Yamaha Mini Enduro. It was a rainy day at my sister's house at James Street in Orange. And it was raining all day. And I said, I don't care. And I rode that Mini Enduro all day long in the street. It was just great. I was wet, I was cold, I had pneumonia. One day I was coming out of the creek, I was riding the motorcycle. I come up the hill and there was an Orange PD cop saying, come here, come here. I'm like, I ain't going there. So I turned the bike around and I went down the hill really fast. And then I turned right and went underneath Chapman Avenue and I just kept going over down there near the Jack in the Box. And I got up and then I rode the bike home. And I'm like, I was so scared. That was the first time I actually ran away from the police and I got away with it. And then one experience happened to me a few years later. I was coming home. I actually had a 175 Yamaha at the time, and I was riding my friend David Black, and we went to the movie theaters across the street from Disneyland, the old movie theater. And we were coming back late at night, and I was only like 14 years old. And the police looked at me and said, come here, you look underage. And he goes, you look like you're like 14 years old. And I said, I am 14 years old. And they went ahead and gave me a ticket and said, getting crazy and getting wild. And that's what I used to do. So thank you so much for watching the crazy times, the adventures, and the vlog. Subscribe at the bottom. So please like, share, subscribe.